Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today we are going to be cutting out this old battery tray. I don't know if you guys remember from the previous videos, it's rusted out and it is not going to hold a battery. So basically we need to get that cut out and we need to get a new one welded in. First time I have ever replaced any type of floor pans before, so this ought to be interesting, but I am not scared to give it a try. Like I would encourage everybody watching these videos to do. Don't ever be afraid to give something a try. You don't know if you can do it if you don't try. So I always say just go after it and try to get it done. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it. And if you want to share it, that'd be great as well. Also, comments in the comment section would be greatly appreciated as well. I want to know what I can do better. If you guys have any tips or tricks that I should try, I'm open to that as well. So any feedback I can get will be great. So enjoy the video and let's get to work. We are going to go ahead and get this floor cut up, get the new one installed. We're not going to go all the way up to where the seat mounts are. This will work for that, but we're not doing that. I'm going to stop back behind it because that's the part of the floor that's the worst. I think that comes to about right around in here. So we're going to cut this off, and then we'll trim to get this to fit in here so we can get rid of this hole and get our new battery tray put in. So that's what we're gonna work on. All right, so we got the grinder. So we're gonna try to leave as much good metal as possible. So I'm gonna probably just cut along the edge here until we get up here, and then I'm gonna cut along this edge here, and then try to cut down as far as I can here because a lot of this is rusted, so I don't have a lot to work with here. So I'm gonna try to cut pretty close to that. That way I have a little bit of room to weld to the old floor pan right here. This is the first time I've ever replaced a floor pan, period. So this will be interesting. So probably gonna make some mistakes, but we can learn from those. So all right, let's get to cutting.
These my dollars make it hurt.
Alright, so we got that cut out. Of course I need to grind it down still. So we're going to go cut the other piece now and try to get it to start fitting in there. That stinks. Should have left that in there. Well, messed up. Cut the wrong thing. I'd have left that. That would have been perfect. Gosh darn it. Man, well, the good news is I still have it. So what I might have to do gonna have to probably make this work somehow. Still, might have to weld in two pieces. Probably got to weld this in and then weld this in. Man, oh man, what a bummer. I'd have left it alone. I was looking at these shelf angles here, and I thought I was cutting off this one. I did not cut off that one, so that's a bummer. That is definitely a bummer. Well, I'm gonna have to weld it on, so turning back at this point. I'm gonna clean this up through here and check this. So it is another day out here today. We're going to finish trying to get this floor pan put in the bug. So we cleaned up around where it's going to be in the floor with the grinder. So we're going to do the same thing around here. We're going to clean up all the metal around here so that we can get a good weld. And then we're going to try to get it. We're going to try to get it put in the bug. So let's get started. So I went ahead and did ground this off as well, because I'm going to put a panel bond on this, since this is going to be just basically sitting and kind of spread it out, just to kind of create a seal between this. That way, since it kind of wedges in there, I won't necessarily have to weld all of this if I can get that panel bond to stick. So. Alright, so a disclaimer before we get started. I am not a great welder. I have not done it much. I've practiced some. So the welds are probably not going to be that great, but I'm just going to try the best that I can. That's really all you can do, is try the best that you can. This is the bond stuff that I'm going to use. It's called Metal Bond. So that's what I'm going to put underneath there. I kind of feel like it's going to act as like a seam sealer as a way underneath too. I just think it would give it a little bit more bonding to the current pan to kind of hold it in place. I've never used this before either, so this is also an experiment, but I think it's going to turn out alright based on the instructions and stuff I've been reading on here. So don't critique the welds. I'm going to try the best that I can, and that's all you can ask for. So alright, let's get the welding. Alright, as you can see here, we got the floor pan down there. It fits very well. Matches up good. Well, fits very well minus the big hole in the back because I didn't pay attention when I was cutting it, but we'll fix that in a little bit. We're going to try to get the main pan down first, and then we'll fix that back part. So. Alright, so first things first, we're going to put this metal bond on here, then we'll put the pan in place and press it down real good. So basically, the best way to do this, because the sheet metal is so thin from what I've researched, is you just want to do a bunch of little tiny spot welds. So that's basically what we did here. I'm going to clean it up. We'll put some seam sealer on it, and then we're going to put rust preventative over the top of it. We'll use the same stuff that we used over there, the rust bullet. Just kind of spaced out my welds. Probably going to throw a couple more back here in the corner, and then I want to try to bend that lip down just a little bit right there by that weld, but I wanted that to cool first and just kind of tack it right there as well. So all along here is where we have that panel bond, and you can see that this lip rests right up here against this pan, so this is not going to go anywhere. So we're going to put a couple more welds in. I'll probably put one right here as well, and then we'll clean it up and put some seam sealer on it. We'll let this dry. Then we'll put in our other panel right here, and we should be good. And then we'll seam seal right here as well. Alright, so there's our patch panel. It's not the prettiest by far, but it's in there. When I'm doing the rust bullet on this side of the floorboard, because if you remember, we still got these little rust holes up here that we need to get fixed with the rust bullet and the fiberglass. What I'm going to do, just as an added layer of protection, I'm going to go ahead and put some fiberglass over the seams on that as well, along with the seam sealer, just to make it a little bit stronger, keep water out a little bit better. So, but that's it. Got a new floor pan in. We'll seam seal the rest of that there. I won't show that on camera. It's going to be just like I did the other side. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it for the first time. So hopefully you guys will have enjoyed watching this go on. Alright, so that's a wrap for the floor pans as far as getting the floor pan put back in underneath where the battery tray goes. Next step will be fiberglassing the little holes and putting the rust bullet down on this side. Once that's done, our floors will be complete. Then we can start insulating them, and then we will go from there. We'll get the pedals put back in. Also need to start working on the gas can. We need to get that the gas tank, we need to get that pulled out, get it cleaned out, and we need to get it sealed. Take a look at it. Hopefully there's no real damage in there. That way we can get some fuel line ran, and we can get this thing running and hopefully driving very soon. So appreciate y'all for watching. If you guys have any thoughts or comments, drop them down below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. If you've been watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, I would appreciate you going ahead and hitting the subscribe button, and just help me grow the channel. So God bless, take care, we'll talk to y'all later.